One of the most critical stages of construction is pouring the foundation concrete. Preparing the reinforcement, setting up the formwork, and pouring the concrete. Every step requires strict attention to safety. So, what hazards might we encounter in this process? Let's find out together. In this image, you can see the installation of reinforcement bars inside an excavation. There are many hazards present during this type of work, but can we identify them? Let's start a game. First, you try to identify the hazards, and then I will explain them. Let's see if you can spot all of them. Your 10 seconds start now. After that, you'll hear my explanation. Let's start identifying the hazards. Hazard 1. You must have wondered how the workers entered such a deep excavation. Yes, during entry and exit, there is a clear risk of falling. Hazard 2. In refinery and petrochemical facilities, how are excavations deeper than 2 meters classified? That's right, as a confined space. And naturally, confined space hazards apply here. Hazard 3. The worker positioned very close to the edge of the excavation is at risk of falling into it. Hazard 4. The soil piled up too close to the edge of the excavation contains stones and rocks that may fall onto the workers inside the excavation. Hazard 5. The soil piled up too close to the edge of the excavation may cause the edge to collapse under its weight. Hazard 6. The steepness of the excavation edge creates a risk of collapse. Hazard 7. The absence of barricades along the excavation edge creates the risk of workers and equipment falling in. Hazard 8. As shown in the image, there are various tripping hazards. Now let's move on to the next work image. I'll give you another 10 seconds to think about the hazards in this task. After that, you can continue watching. Hazard 1. Falling into excavation hazard of the personnel standing next to edge of the excavation and falling hazard of those 2 personnel who climb to the rebars. Hazard 2. Tripping and sprain hazards due to improper material management inside of the excavation. Hazard 3. The formwork materials being manually carried by the workers create manual handling hazards. Hazard 4. The hazards created by hand tools, such as striking the hand, dropping from the hand, or slipping and flying out of the hand. Hazard 5. The absence of barricades along the excavation edges creates the risk of workers and equipment falling into the excavation. Hazard 6. By now, we all know that deep excavations in refineries and petrochemical plants present confined space hazards. The next work image is now on your screen, a concrete pouring operation. It may involve many hazards. Your 10-second thinking time starts now. Hazard 1. The cables and hoses running around the worker's feet create a tripping hazard. Hazard 2. There is a risk of the worker falling from the elevation where he is standing. Hazard 3. Let's not forget the pressure in the pump hose. Due to this pressure, the hose may strike the workers, and since they are not wearing face shields, concrete particles could hit the ground and bounce back with sudden force. Hazard 4. Considering the area where the workers have to operate, if the pump boom were to break and collapse, the workers would be under serious danger. I'm sure that we were all able to both identify the hazards and have some fun. Through these videos, I believe you've realized just how many hazards can exist in a single frame. Considering that we spend a large part of our lives on work sites, we must be aware that thousands of hazards may be waiting for us, and that by identifying them, we can take the necessary precautions. After these enjoyable exercises, I hope your perspective on hazards has changed. Thank you.